You're right, guys. I thought I'd do a quick video really instead of right now a shit ton of rules and just kind of explain FUMBBL, because there's a lot to there's not a lot to sort out, but there's a couple of things you need to do in a set order, otherwise you're going to have trouble with it. So first thing, you'll need a FUMBBL account. So I'm not going to talk you through that setup process, but what you'll need to do after that is, before we get into like making any teams and talking about the new rules or anything like that, first thing you'll need is a working copy of Java. This is a completely free version of Blood Bowl. It's on the newest version of the rules. It's got all the new teams in it, so like Underworld, like the new version of Underworld, Snotlings, Khorne. I mean, Khorne was live about 2 hours after I received the magazine through the post, so they're pretty swift at getting like additional features added from Games Workshop. So it's quite nice to play on the current rule set. I think the rules are much better. So anyway, back to Java. First thing we're going to do, and I'm going to put a link in the description of the video. If I go to help here, and then I go to Java config, literally all you need to do is go to step 1 and get the clean install of Java. That's all you have to do. Get that file, so follow the steps on that website, install it, and once you're installed, you probably want to do a quick test. So how am I going to test it? Nice and easy. You go through to game at the top here. If you just click onto it, and this will show you all the sort of live games that are going on with FUMBBL right now. Then all you do, just find any random one. So this one will do. I'll press where it says spectator here, one spectator, click onto it, and you'll see a little file will pop up at the bottom, and it says, oh, this might be harmful or whatever. It's fine, they don't. So you download that. It's a JNLP file, click onto it, and this is where you'll probably get a prompt that says, you know, we can't read this, what application should we use to try and read it? That's when you select Java, and once you've done that, you'll be greeted by this window here. So it's just the connection. Do you want to run this application? Tell you the publisher is Krista, the location is FUMBBL, which is fine, and then we just press run, and then it should open up. Brill. And this is actually a live game that's happening right now, not anything that I'm part of. And you'll be able to see if this screen opens up and you can see things moving around, then you know it's worked. You've got the right setup. We'll just do a quick cheer. There we go. And then we'll jump out of that. Anyway, so yeah, that's actually a live game of FUMBBL. That's how it looks. It's like a top-down, very much like a tabletop feel. It's pretty cool. So next up, I guess quickly talk about the team setups. So the first thing I'll point you to is, again, the help section, because if you're used to Blood Bowl 2, 2020 or second season or whatever you want to call it, rules differ slightly, and also so do team values and stuff like that. So I'd suggest going to the help section here. Under this section, racial strategies and rosters, you'll see there's two areas. There's the 2016 and there's the 2020. So we're going to click on 2020, and you'll see a list of all the teams that are currently on FUMBBL. There are some like other ones like Brett, Slan, Demons of Khorne, stuff like that. I'm not going to talk about those. But here you'll see all the races. You've got Orcs, the new Orcs. You've got the new Khorne. You've got Snotlings. You've got like anything you can want. The new Necro. It is literally all here. These guys do this all for free. Again, playing on FUMBBL does not cost you a penny. It's really cool. And all you would do, like, let's say I want to make a Snotling team. I don't know. No, let's not do Snotlings. I can't. Let's do Nobility, because I know nothing about the Nobility teams. I wouldn't know how to put the roster together. So I click on Imperial Nobility team rosters. Click onto it here. It'll tell you the positionals and stuff, tell you the star players and a bit about the inducements, but this is where I go to at the bottom of these pages, where it will tell you the different types of setups you can do, and these are like tried and tested by very, very good coaches. You'll see the coaching standard on FUMBBL is a lot higher than Blood Bowl 2. Generally, generally. You know, the top end coaches on Blood Bowl 2 would do fine over here. Like, I know Elliot plays on FUMBBL and does really well. So, but in general, that these are well thought out and put together. So yeah, it tells you, you know, 1 ogre, 2 blitzers, bodyguard, blah blah blah. So when I know when I'm going to go build a team and I'm not too familiar with it, I'd always come to this page here. Again, if you know, let's say I'm playing Corn and I get a skill up and I'm not sure what to pick, click skill choices again, and it'll tell you for each positional what kind of things are good. So pretty helpful stuff. Pretty helpful stuff. So now we're going to go set our team up. Really easy to do. So we'll go to home. Now you'll notice obviously a very young Mayhem there at the top of the page. You'll notice I've got a shit ton of teams down the middle here. Obviously your section will be blank, and at the top of it you'll see this here, create a new team. So standard reaction is, right, I'm going to press this, create a new team, and then off you go. For what we're doing in Chillax, this will be the wrong way to go. I'll explain why in a second, but I'll just talk you through the divisions quickly. So you've got competitive. So this is the competitive division that's currently running on the new rule set. You've got league, which is still on the 2016 rules or whatever, so we wouldn't do that. You've got ranked again. So it's a division that's being converted over into competitive. And black box is the FUMBBL version of the CCL. Again, it's not live at the moment because of the switch over to the new rules. So if you're making a team just for fun and it's not to play the people in our league, do create a team, press competitive, and again you've got all the different races there. We'll make a team on the video. Nurgle or whatever, you'd click Nurgle and then off you go. I'll make a team in a second though. Cool. So that's how I'd make one normally. But if you're wanting to do it and just play in our group over and over again, there's some rules that we need to sort of abide by, and this is why I've done the video. In the competitive division, which is you know, the main area of play for FUMBBL, you're not supposed to play the same coach more than once in every 10 games, and it's to stop people just like power leveling their teams basically. So what I've done is I've set us up a special group area where we can set teams up in a league format, and as long as we only play each other, that there's no issues. We can get along fine. It's not bad at all. So what I've done is I've created a Chillax Blood Bowl League, and again the link for this will be in the description of the video. So I'll click Chillax here. Looks pretty blank. Blood Bowl has its own set of code to make everything look fancy. I need to relearn it. It's been a long time since I've made anything on here, so you know, this will feed out over time. But the important thing we're looking for is creating a team for this league, which is over here on the right hand side. So again, all you do is click onto it, and we'll make one together now. What should we make? I think I've got a Corn team set up. Let me just double check. Chillax, yeah, I've already got a Corn team set up. I should probably not think too deeply about this. Let's do Chaos. I clicked on our Chaos. It's going to ask us to press Create Team here and pop in a team name. So FUMBBL has been going for like 20 years, so I guarantee the team name that you think of at the top of your head is not available. And then we'll go. God, I can't spell. So we'll just do Chillax, Chaos All Stars, and then it'll tell you if your team name's fine or not. You press enter. Off you go. Now, there are some cool things you can do with your bio in your image here, which we'll look at in just a second. But what we need to do first of all is put our team together. Now again, I can't remember what's good. So I'm going to go to this page here. I'm going to check out Chaos Chosen, team rosters. There's Minotaur build. There's a Troll build here. So 2 rerolls, 4 warriors, 6 beastmen, and a troll. Cool. So that's what I want to do. So 2 rerolls, add and add. Again, you can just do remove if you want to take them off. Fairly self-explanatory. Buy new player. This is pretty cool. So you press this, you get a pop-up window, and we've got a Chaos Troll. You then pick the number, gender, and a name for your player. So I could just do male here, or you can press this little dice, and it'll give you Bolt Wanger. That's great. And it'll give you like a suggested name. So that, 4 of these. Just have a female one, that one, and then I think it was 6 beastmen, wasn't it? Okay, so F5 refreshes my screen, and there you go, my team's showing there, got my remaining gold and stuff like that. Again, don't put anything like too silly in the names because you'll get a bit of a slap on the wrist. And then once you're done here, you'll press submit for approval, and yes, my team complies. They do have the team naming policy here. I've never read it, but I'm assuming you can probably work out not to call, you know, not to call it anything stupid. Oh, and it's just told me that because I picked Chaos, I need to pick a favoured of, which is here. So if I do that, let's do Corn because they're cool. And I'll submit for approval again. Cool. So that team's been created. So final thing I'd need to do is actually just have a game. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can link up together. So using the Discord, using the game finder, you can agree a game with your opponent, press play on here, download your game file. Again, it's not very much space. Pop in a game name, so you agree a game name, so I could put just chill and start new game. Your opponent then does the same thing their side. It will link the 2 games together, and then it will show you the other team that you're about to play before you start playing. What you do is say, yeah, boom, it loads in, your inducements are done and things like that as well. So it's nice and easy. I know this probably looks a little bit complex. The first time it is, the first time it will take you a little while. So if anyone wants a game or just wants their hand holding through, you know, getting Java working or anything like that, please message me directly. I will, you know, call you on Discord and we'll go through it all together. If you are, so that's for if you're playing just like members of our league and you plan on playing them over and over again. That's the way we do it. So we create a league team for Chillax, and then we can play each other that way. If you're playing in competitive, which is their CCL basically, I'll talk you through this quickly as well because it is really fun. You basically build your team, and instead of going to play here, you actually need to find an opponent. So go to game at the top here. Instead of clicking it, you just hover over it and you'll notice a new menu bar appears. So I go to Game Finder, select the team that I want to queue up with. Now, you could also Game Finder with your opponent in Discord, but if you've already spoke on Discord, it kind of is just easier to speak, to just agree on a game name. So I'm going to look with the this team here and this team here, and I'll press look for games. And what this will do is it will show me a list of every single other coach that's currently looking for a game that's within a set TV range. And you can just start, like, let's say I want to play this guy's halflings. All I would do is I'd press the tick here and it would, you know, offer him the game. Now to do that, to offer him the game, we'll wait a second and see if we get offered one. Probably won't, but you'll notice the the eye here next to these teams will turn green if a coach is offering you a match. There's a couple of cool things on this as well. So for example, let's say these Renegades offered me a game, right? If I press the eye above them, it'll give me a really quick overview of that team. So what their record is, treasury, have they got any MNGs, rerolls, a summary of their stats, summary of their players, and you can also just like middle click your mouse button and go and take a look at the team as well if you really want. And you know, you've got all their players here at the bottom here. You've got their coach. If you click on the coach, you can see a little bit more about them as well, like their record, what kind of teams they play. But it gives you a lot of information up front before you accept a game. So all you would do is you'd offer that. If they also accept it, or they offer you the game and then you click, what will happen is this window will change and it will just say start game or quit. And if you quit, it just breaks the agreement. You don't have to play the match, but as soon as you press start game, you've then got to go through and play that match. It's not like Blood Bowl 2, like conceding in this is really frowned upon, but it doesn't happen a lot. And you'll notice that the community on FUMBBL is overall a lot friendlier, and it feels more like a tabletop club. Everyone like has a chat. You know, you'll get spectators making like cheering and stuff like that through the games. It's really cool. So yeah, I guess that's kind of it. So let's do a summary. So first thing you need to do, set up your FUMBBL account. Second thing you need to do is go into the help section, download the latest copy of Java. Third thing you need to do is do a test. So click on game and try and spectate a game, making sure you're opening the file with the Java application. Once you've done that, you'll need to create a team in the Chillax group. So again, just a reminder, and the links are in this video and they'll also be in our Discord. You go into your Chillax, you do create a team for this league. You must do that. If you make a team for competitive, like just in this section here, by going to create new team, and you start playing each other over and over again, your accounts will get banned, so you don't want that to happen. And yeah, I think most importantly, have fun. It's a completely new rule set, so again, if you guys have any questions about the rules or anything like that, please drop me a message. The post game is a little different here, so actually I can show you on this. You can't queue up unless you're locked in, and by locked in I mean you've basically said, right, I'm not going to fire this guy, I've done all my skill ups, I'm saving this money, etc. And as soon as you press ready to play, you can then go and look for a game. So it's basically to stop people accepting games and then trimming off a load of team value before you actually load into the match. So yeah, again, thank you very much for listening to this. If anyone wants a game of FUMBBL, please message me. I love FUMBBL. It is so much better than Blood Bowl 2. And yeah, I'll speak to you all soon. Any questions, let me know.